Welcome in. It is day 184, and you're speaking to the Meeples Champion. And today we're going to be going over a smaller game that I played initially with my friends, but after having loved it so much, I put it on the list for future possible gift buyings. Somebody got it for me for Christmas. The game is Machi Koro. Now, in Machi Koro, the concept is that you have a bunch of different cards that all have different prices and different numbers. You pay out money to buy a card, you put it into your area, and then when people are taking their turns and rolling, based on who rolls and what number, cards activate. Cards might say, when you roll a 3, this gives you a coin, or when an opponent rolls a 3, this gives you a coin, or when somebody does this, you steal from somebody else. You keep going around until eventually somebody maxes out, which is getting 10 total cards. And then once that happens, the game ends, you count up your victory points, you see who wins. It's really simple, it's lots of fun. It's definitely a game that I'm pumped is in my collection. But I want to jump right into it today, and let's just talk about these 7 categories. When it comes to that art, this box really shocked me. I didn't think I was going to love it as much as I did. They said the name, I didn't know what it was, I didn't remember seeing it before. I loved the box, and then I opened it up and I loved the card art. It's kid-friendly, but it doesn't push away adults. I really liked how lighthearted and inviting it was, so big thumbs up. When it comes to those components, I definitely love the cards. They went all out on them, and they're 98% of your components. But they also have your money. Normally, I'm a bigger fan of either the cardboard money or the metal money. They went for plastic money. It's not bad, it just isn't my style, but I really liked it overall. It was good quality. It's gotta be a thumbs up. When it comes to that price, this game is right in that 40 range, maybe up to 50, but 40 is more likely. You're not going to find it in Target that I can think of, but you'll definitely find it in the occasional Barnes & Noble, and probably 2, maybe 3 out of every 5 board game stores. I think this has got plenty of game in it. I can see this one being fun for loads of people in the family. I think it's worth your money. It's a thumbs up. When it comes to that difficulty, this game is great because it kind of just strides right across everything you're looking for. It's perfect for a beginner and for an experienced player. There's plenty of game there, but it's also easy to get eased into. But when you're talking about an experienced player, you go beyond them to the expert. An expert can play it because the game isn't that long. So they may not want to sit there for 2 hours playing, but they don't mind playing a 20-minute game before, during, or after another game. Same thing with a kid. It may have a lot going on that would push a kid away, but in my opinion, because they can just focus in on their own little area, they can kind of forget about everybody else and just enjoy the game. They may not succeed, or they got a bunch of kids playing and everybody's kind of on that same level, but eventually as they play long enough and they start to pick up the trends, this is one that they could start seeing that next tier level of, oh, well, what are they doing? And starting to pick up on how to play these higher games. So I think it works on all levels. It's got to be a thumbs up. Replayability. This game is all about being played multiple times in a row. And on top of that, like I said before, it's a great filler game. Somebody's running late. Somebody had to leave early. Hey, we were playing multiple games today, but we needed a little break, and a few of us wanted to play something while the other ones are getting food. It's a great game to have for that type of setup. Not to mention just the idea of you're getting together with friends or family who aren't as big into games and want to play smaller games. It's 100% there. Replayability, big thumbs up. Your keys to victory. So this game has all sorts of levels for the cost and the abilities of your cards. So you can buy low cost 1, 2, 3, coin cards. You can get those mediums of the 4s, the 5s, the 6s, the 7s, and you can go for the bigs. Now the bigs aren't going to be a great choice early on, but you can mix those other ones in a great way. You can go all in and say, I'm getting loads and loads of the ones that every time I roll a thing, I'm going to get a coin for it. All of a sudden I roll a 4 or whatever the number may be, and I get like 10 money. It could happen. Or you could split it up and mix it with that and what your opponent rolls. Or you could try to get some medium ones that give you some control for thieving. There's plenty of it there. It's got to be a thumbs up. is the game unique? And I would love to give it all the categories. But let's be fair. When it comes to unique, I don't think I can give it to this game. And it's not because I played a game I would compare to it, but I played the game and I looked into the company and I saw they had a lot of other games. The games are similar in art style and a lot of them have similar when it comes to playing style. It's not that they make the same game repetitively, but they definitely have a lot of games that are right in that same realm of option. And I've talked to some people who did play some of them and they told me it's a great game, but if you're buying from that company, you've definitely got some options that compare and that you're going to kind of be able to choose between when you want to play. So for me, that was enough to say I can't give it the unique. It's got to be a thumbs down. Overall, what do I think? I don't think this is a must-play game, but I do think it's a game that if you have the opportunity, give it a chance. Definitely for parents out there with young kids or with some older parents who don't play as many games, this might be a great one to be an easy one to get them in on, as well as friends or board game groups that are newer and are just trying to learn new games. This could be a great intro type game. As far as buying goes, I think if you are playing in those type of groups, if you are into the smaller games or you have lots of friends who are hard to get tangled in for those fun big games, this is a must buy, especially if you have friends who are big into Sushi Go, Seven Wonders, those quick running card games. I think this will be a great addition to that type of game. But that's just my opinion. It's up to you to decide what games you're looking for. Is this the style for you, or are you just looking for something bigger? Well, it has been day 184, and we've been speaking about the game Machi Koro, and you've been speaking to the Meeples Champion. Like, share, subscribe, and check down below in the description where I'll be adding an Amazon link in case you want to get this game for your collection. Until next time, I'll talk to you tomorrow.